Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to start by pulling some symbols for you. Then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you're with me today. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. It's a free way to be here. And also hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have a spear here, heartache over what you no longer have. And let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with the planetary alignments or the moon and what's happening here. Everybody is getting something similar to this. And I interpret this as you are actually evolving to a higher level, higher dimension, maybe upgrade basically financially, spiritually, friends, environment wise. Something good is happening, but there's something called in psychology, it's called abandonment depression. Okay, I was recently reading about that. Maybe that's why this is actually like resonating in that sense. When you go through an upgrade, you leave a part of you behind. That part of you doesn't really belong into that upgraded timeline. That's why maybe you're feeling like a heartache about over what you no longer have. This can even be like an empowerment. Okay, you're learning how to say no, but it is such a maybe a burden for you because you never experienced that, or maybe on the certain areas, because sometimes we are really strict about our no's, but in some areas maybe we have soft spots, and when you start to break those soft spots and turn them into a little stronger, it can also be a little bit nostalgia happening. And I feel for a lot of people experiencing that right this moment. But you're going to be sitting on the throne. You're going to be the position of the authority. It's about, there was this series called The Crown. It was actually showing us how Princess Elizabeth turned into the Queen Elizabeth, and she had certain type of actually like a teaching and manners, but when she became the queen, her aura had to change. She couldn't be the princess anymore. She had to be the queen, and you can see that growth in. When you watch the series, you see that development, that growth. And it seems like that's probably something like that happening, because it doesn't have to be only queen. You can be the king as well. Now you're going to be the position of authority, and that position will require you to maybe get rid of those soft spots. And I'm not saying about being compassionate and gentle. I'm talking about weak spots, okay? What else do we have here? Bread, period of prosperity and abundance. And that can also require you to maybe say no to those leeches feeding off of you. And that can be also maybe, oh, you're feeling like I'm losing an old friend, but you're going to come to understand that's not really the case. And the bag is also amazing. Something important such as a new job or a raise or money, wealth, abundance, some good stuff coming in. Like you're getting the bag. Basically, there's a term in today's language. They say like, get that bag, girl. So that's exactly what's happening here. And that upgrade is not going to allow you to have that like loopholes and that like turn like around you. Maybe have, like, you need to lean on to the throne, and you need to have a strong backbone when you're sitting there. Okay, let's dive into your coffee cup and see what's happening in here. I see there are 2 pathways already opening. We can divide the cup into 4, and this may be the 3rd month from now happening for you. This is going to, like, it has some time. You're not going to travel, or you're not going to choose something differently this time. But there's a tears of joy also want to fall out. This is coming really soon. So that can be also some good news. This can be like a heartache but no longer have. Maybe you're moving, leaving a life behind, moving to another place. It can be symbolizing that as well. I see here it's not going to be easy. We have a sword here. This can even be someone waiting with despair, okay, to maybe come to you with a backstabbing. And that's why maybe you need to let this person go in order to sit on the throne. Like you have a strong backing now. They cannot do this anymore to you. If this is not a person, if this is something that you have been allowing to happen, I see that you are actually climbing up the mountain here. You're halfway there, and you're carrying some weight with you. The weight can be, another story says like this can be like the stones that you're carrying with you, old stuff that people uh, have said to you, and all these things that you're holding on to them, so carrying with them, but it's weighing you down. I feel like it's time to also recognize that, because it seems like they're just slowing down your climbing to the top, and it seems like you're gonna find a way to drop them. I see letter M as in Matthew or Mary. I see letter E here. Marilyn, actually, with an E, Marilyn, not the Marilyn Monroe, Meryl Streep. I think she has an E in her name. So it can be a feminine character, but also Mary is like the divine mother energy. So compassion is there. Like I said, it's not being cruel, it's being compassion towards yourself first is going to help you climb, and which means that no longer carrying the things that are weighing you down and slowing you down. That's also self-compassion. You're dropping and climbing to the top of somewhere. This can be for some of you a promotion coming forward, and it seems like that's going to bring clarity. It's going to bring sunshine, a new beginning for some of you, a tabula rasa, leading towards, I think it's the whale right here. Whale, or kind of like, looks like a lobster claw as well. Lobster symbolizes something that is luxurious to, in this kind of reading, the coffee cup, because they take a long time to grow, and they are actually, you need to prepare everything in a certain way, and they're also, and somebody was talking about it, a chef, that they're sentient beings as well. So this can be not something for you to eat, but it's something to grow, like a lobster farm. Don't think of it in the literal sense that you're going to be growing it. It is some resourceful, it's some high value resource coming into your life, and you're standing on top of it, like here as the bear. This means that you're going to use this resource very carefully. Another thing, this can be a defense mechanism, because Cancer, you're a water sign, and lobster claw is like a water creature, a tool, and you also have a Cancer. Yeah, it has the pinching, what's that called? Claws. The crab has claws as well. So maybe you need to use those claws to, protect yourself here. And the bear, but I feel like the bear energy tells me that you need to strategize while you're using that. So if you have someone, because there's a person in front of you here, they're trying to poke your nose. I mean, like I see them, they're like pointing their hands towards your nose. And what happens when they poke a bear's nose? The bear actually attacks. So I feel like here you are going to be in a very good position, and someone might come in to really bring maybe the wild side of you. Okay, so self-control is going to be important during this time. Another thing that you can assess, why is this happening now? Why didn't it happen before I get into this throne, before I have this claw in my hand that I can actually get what I want? Because I don't know if you've ever seen any crabs, they can really hold on when they're clasped. Their claws, they can hold things very tightly. Okay, so when you're getting a grip of something might actually going wrong, so it is pulling attention towards that direction, so you can look at it and see what the problem is. I feel like the solution is coming right away, because I mentioned the queen. I see a queen right here, crowned. She has a long, she's wearing this long, actually, something, I forgot the name of it. She was wearing that with white fur and with red, I think, some red on it, and black trims. She was wearing this fur cloak behind her, and there's somebody's carrying your cloak, so you're not really carrying the whole responsibility by yourself. You're going to have the support that you need, but here I feel maybe this person you're expecting that might help you. You might have hopes on someone. They might not be there to support you, but you're going to have other authority. Like when you become the authority, you're going to have other kinds of support coming to you. This authority, being the authority, means that making a decision that you're afraid to make, okay? Because you're thinking, oh, my family is not going to support me, or this person is not going to be there for me. It seems like this is going to also reveal to you who's truly there to be with you and trust your instincts, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, Hold it in your mind. I see there is actually some things. You see, there's a pause here. I told you that somebody's gonna come like while you are growing before you get the crown. Like first you're gonna get the throne, but then I feel like then afterwards you're gonna get the crown. And as soon as I said that, the things are starting to flow. When you recognize that like I'm sitting on the throne and I'm gonna get the crown soon enough. And but along this way, if you get someone telling you throne sitting on the throne doesn't mean that you're gonna get the crown. If they try to maybe just bring you down, it is your awareness is gonna change the things. Okay, it's going to accelerate you receiving your desire. Another thing here, it can be a mental voice speaking to you that doesn't belong to you. It's about recognizing that. I see there's a dog here in your heart space. A dog can be someone loyal to you or something that is always loyal to you, which there was actually a famous singer. I heard from her back in the day, and she says like, my money never actually betrayed me. My skills never betrayed me. They didn't even ever say that they need some time to think about things. They need a break. So that's why she says, I hold on to them a little tighter than I hold on to certain people. So it doesn't mean that don't have family, don't have a backup people surrounding you, because there's some people, they're ride or die. I'm not talking about those. But this dog here is actually coming here to remind you, whoever or whatever is loyal to you, you need to keep them in your heart. You need to keep them and remember them when you're going through a transition. I feel like there's a period of prosperity, like it's showing up here, an opportunity, a bag that you can pack it up and just enjoy coming forward. But it's not going to stop there. It's going to continue if you keep the right people around you and push and get rid of the wrong ones that are pulling you down away. Okay, let's dive into your tarot now. See if we have any people bothering you here, or are we going to have situations showing up. Okay, tower moment, but this is a different tower. This is a transformation happening here. There's no destruction here. So we're going to go with the symbolism of the card. There's a transformation for sure, but they're rebuilding the structure. As you can see, they're just renovating it. They're not really, we have the cloudy weather, but there's sun also peeking on the background. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination and releasing old belief systems. Old belief system can be, if I let that go, I'm not going to get plenty. When you let the thought of it, or the fear, because some of us actually grow up in a fearful environment, and we're always carrying that fear and lack, fear of being alone, fear of being pushed out or not having enough. So when you recognize that's just a feeling that exists, that's going to cause a release change, a belief change, but it can be a little bit coming in a significant and a revelationary way. Okay, but either way, it seems like a bread in a bag coming forth. Let's see what else we have here. Ten of Pentacles. This is actually one of the best cards in tarot, which is coming with this beautiful cards as well. So it seems like some of you are manifesting financial security, longevity for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement. Maybe that's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting your retirement this timeline. And it also states here there's going to be a peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in the family tree, and passing on knowledge. Another way we can interpret this Ten of Pentacles is that you are going through a time that if you're manifesting love into your life, it seems like there is something, belief that you have that needs to go. And it is going away. You'll like it or not, it is going to restructure itself. It can be through your observation. Okay, you can be in the moment, observe what's happening inside of you and outside of you. That can bring the changes faster. Or it can be a dramatic way with a tower actually getting struck by the lightning. This can be a relationship that doesn't work anymore, that can get demolished with a spear here. But it seems like the build up is going to be coming right after that too. You're going to be building a new structure. You can see a massive pillar here. You're just going to bring that pillar up real quickly, okay? So it's going to be like a new foundation. You're already maybe mentally laying down this foundation. Maybe emotionally you're not feeling ready for it, but it's coming, okay? We have 8 of Swords here, but the best part of this card also is she's breaking free from this garden door that is holding her back. And she's realizing that this is an illusion of entrapment. She's not tied up, and she's like not really behind, like the door is open. She can push it and she can walk away. And there's even a new thought, a new way, maybe an empowering weapon waiting for her right there. I feel like here, when you experience the taste of abundance, you're going to be able to take yourself about that mental lack, okay? A lack of self-confidence that makes you feel helpless. I think you're also going to realize that, recognize that maybe you're thinking, oh, I need that person in my life in order to do this, have this, have their support in order to survive or emotionally feel stable. But it seems like no one has any support. It seems like you're supporting everyone. You are the pillar in everyone's life, okay? The world is ending a negative cycle, guys, and maybe even a positive cycle. It is like a journey coming to an end. And I feel like here, it is a brilliant success for you. You're ending a cycle. I feel maybe it was actually recognition of what has happened or like what is not working anymore. That's the cycle that you're realizing and bringing to an end. A brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment, and a spiritual enlightenment coming for some of you. Freedom to do whatever you want and be proud of yourself. Freedom tells me that, yes, you're going to recognize that there's no ties or no swords surrounding you. You are the sword that can actually open the door, wide open the door, okay? Let's see what's your final message here. Let's pull one more card. We have, I think this is a church door, but that's just a guess. Maybe it's a castle door for you, a new castle for yourself. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So we have an angel right here, by the way, with the sudden it says sudden danger. The tower moment also, maybe getting outside your comfort zone can feel like a sudden danger too, but it seems like there's safety also there, okay? The angels are waiting for you out there to protect you. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.